Hello and welcome back to the Blake and Shan Book Club. I'm the aforementioned Blake, this is the aforementioned Shan, and today we're going to talk about what we're planning to be reading this month, which is June. So maybe we start off nice and easy with what we're currently working our way through. So for me, I'm currently 3 chapters into The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence, which has been recommended to me by Shan, who has read it.
Yeah, I read it last year, and it was probably it was in the top 5 books that I read last year. And I really love Mark Lawrence as an author, and I think this is his best kind of story yet.
Cool, because I read, what's it called? Prince of Fools.
Yeah.
That trilogy. It's just behind me there. And I thought it was alright. I don't think it was like amazing or anything, but if you're saying it's in your top 5, then I'm going to go ahead and read it. I know nothing about the book other than what I've read in the first 3 chapters, but so far it's like interesting. There's some stuff that's going on. There seems to be like some kind of like privilege gap type thing. So I don't know. The writing's fine. He's a good writer, Mark Lawrence.
Yeah, and it's when you get a little bit further into it, it's kind of centered around this library, and that kind of it sets the tone and what happens in the rest of the book.
Sounds like I'll enjoy that.
Hence why there's a massive library on the front cover.
Oh.
If you hadn't noticed.
I hadn't noticed. I just was like brown cover.
It's a brown book.
So I'm reading that at the moment. Looking forward to finishing it off.
Well, I'm hopefully finishing Fugitive Telemetry today. I've got like maybe 40 minutes left on the ebook. It's taken me like 2 months.
Is that Murderbot 6? It's 6.
Yeah, 6. It's like taken me 2 months to get through a 3-hour audiobook. It's a little bit different to the other ones. So I think that's why I'm struggling a little bit, especially coming off the
Murderbot 5.
Yeah, which is like the actual
full length
book, whereas this one's kind of back to novella size and kind of seems a little bit disjointed from the actual plot compared to the other ones. But so hopefully you finish that today, tomorrow maybe. And then I've also got the other 2, Murderbot's out, System Collapse, and Platform Decay. So I'll be making my way through those because I do not want to put them on hold again for the library because they're in such demand that it takes ages to get them back out. And you've actually finished them all.
I have. And System Collapse and Platform Decay are like much better than Fugitive Telemetry.
And it's atrocious that a series that I recommended to you've finished before I have. But we actually finished watching the TV series, and that's kind of reinvigorated me. Been like, I need to get more Murderbot in my life.
Yeah, the original reason that I read the first Murderbot was so that we could watch the TV series. Yeah. And we didn't watch it until I'd read all of them.
But it's done now.
It's done. Yeah, we did it. Great success. I guess let's talk about books that we're both going to be reading.
Mm-hmm.
So next on the list is Collected Stories of Frank Sargeson, which is our IRL book club pick for the month. Our book club session is on the 4th of June.
Yes.
And neither of us have started this book. So I think we're just going to read it together and smash it out.
Fair, it's been a hard one to actually find copies of.
Yeah.
But like I think that it would have been fine if we went into a physical library. I just don't like leaving my house, so if I can't get it on Libby, good luck to me.
We had a look at the library and like online for like where you can buy this book. It is not super easy to get hold of. Which is
interesting because isn't he meant to be like a well-renowned?
He is meant to be a well-renowned New Zealand author, but I think the problem is that the bar for that is relatively low.
And it's from the 60s?
30s to 60s.
Oh, okay.
So the book was 1965, and it's collected from 35 to 65. So it's just, and short story collections are weird because they get like different versioning and different publications and all that other kind of stuff. So it can be a little bit challenging. But yeah. And then I guess the other one is
the Millhouse Murders. So that's the, I want to say second in the series, but like I don't know how closely related.
I don't think they're related. I think they're like
a collection of murder mysteries.
Yeah. They're in the same vein. Fair, what was it called again? Fair Play Murder Mysteries. which all have this kind of like bizarre factor to them. I think they're called like the bizarre house murder mysteries. They'll have houses and they're all fair play.
So this one's by obviously Yukito Ayatsuji.
Yeah, just give me one moment. I'm going to have a quick sneeze.
The sneeze is gone.
That was a great sneeze, thank you.
I should say bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
But we really enjoyed the first one in the series.
Yeah.
That one was based on, and then there were a nun that kind of taking that concept that Agatha wrote and having their own spin on it. But this one, I'm not actually sure. Well, I haven't even read the back. There's
no need to. I think the strength of the first one indicates that the second one should be interesting.
Yeah.
And the approach of reading it together and trying to figure it out, I think it's quite fun.
Yeah, except this time we'll actually have to read it together because I think our library only has one ebook, so we'll be reading over each other's shoulders for that one. See how that goes.
I'm looking forward to it. You're not.
No.
Cool. Okay. I will next mention a psalm for The Wild Built by Becky Chambers. Shan got this out and read it this morning. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I need to read it now. I've been intending to read it for a while. It actually got recommended to me a long time ago by one of the people in the book club, who then subsequently recommended to Shan, and in similar vein to the Murderbot example from before, she's gotten around to reading it before I got around to reading it. And then maybe after reading that, I'll get super inspired and also read the follow-on in the duology, which is A Prayer for the Crown Shy, which I think you're intending. Yeah,
I'm intending to read that this month, hopefully. I've unsuspended my hold, so fingers crossed it comes my way soon. I didn't realise going into it that the Psalm for the Wild Built is like a very short book. Like, I got it out thinking it was like a 300-pager, but it's only like 100, so hence why I finished it like in a morning. But I really enjoyed it, especially for like I assume a novella-sized book. It felt quite well-rounded, and I really liked the characters in there. Yeah. It's kind of about a tea monk going around his little circle to different cities. I'm not spoiling it.
Okay.
I always go to call it Pangaea but it's Panga. They're not. I think they're on a moon. It's not Earth. It might be Earth. I don't think it's relevant. Anyway.
But Pangaea was the. Like when all of the continents were grouped together.
Yeah, but it's Panga. Panga is the name of where they're living at the moment. But essentially their civilization had built robots to help them in factories, and it got to the point where those robots actually got sentience, I guess is that the word you would use? Yeah. And then they were like, oh no, what have we done? And so they let the robots choose what they wanted to do, and they decided to leave the cities and the factories and go into the wilderness, and nobody's seen them for 200 years.
Oh, okay.
So and then along his journeys, the decks.
This does feel like you're giving me spoilers for things that I didn't know about the book.
It's on the back.
I don't read the back of the books.
So it's kind of potentially about that then. I'll stop there. So I think the second book obviously continues.
The themes of the first book?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I think at this point we deviate in terms of our reading. It's been pretty close together up until here. What have you got on your TBR?
Because I kind of wanted to watch the Netflix, I think it's a movie or series. I've got People We Met on Vacation, and I think it's a very popular romance novel from a few years back by Emily Henry, and I never gotten around to reading it. I think I've read some of her other ones, but I was like, oh yeah, that's right, that's a book I could read. Cool. And since it's quite popular, it meant that the library had lots of copies, so I just be able to get it out. So that's one on the list. I assume it's a romance, and the meet cute is that they meet on vacation. I think this one might be about authors, but like most of her book, I don't know. There's always romance books with authors, rival authors.
Rival authors?
Yeah.
From enemies to lovers kind of thing, yeah. Okay.
Might not be what this one's about. I know there must be a vacation. That's all I know.
This is just on the strength of the fact that there's an adaptation and that Emily Henry is renowned to some degree.
Yeah. And it's one of her more popular ones.
Oh, yeah. Cool. We went to the bookstore yesterday and picked this up. It's called Uprooted by Naomi Novik. Again, apparently you've read this
Years ago
with a lot of ease.
Years.
But I liked the look of the cover, and then I read the back, but I can't remember anything about it, and I'm not going to read it again. But the back looked interesting when I read it, vaguely, and so I was like, yeah, let's pick this up. I'll give it a... Oh, yeah, The Ageless Wizard. That sounds cool.
Called The Dragon.
The Dragon, yeah. I was like, oh, that could be interesting. It looks like a little bit of a nice fantasy novel. I've been reading a lot of like sci-fi and murder mysteries out the wazoo, so I'd like to get back into some kind of like nice little fantasy novels. And I was really looking for a standalone. I really wanted a standalone novel, rather than like breaking into a big series of books. Because you feel so much pressure when you've read one of a series. You go, I got to read the rest of the series now, which I'm assuming I'm going to feel after I finish the book that wouldn't burn.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could get, like me, halfway through the second and stop because it was too chaotic and you knew bad things were about to happen.
That's not going to happen to me.
Which leads me to, hopefully, a book I do get to this month is actually finishing off the book that broke the world. So the second one
is that a library as well?
Yeah, they're all libraries. This one's got a raven in it. And it's blue. So this one obviously follows off. Oh yeah,
there's tons of books
from the first book. I won't really get into the details.
You can't tell. You can't say anything because I'm reading that book now.
But yeah, you essentially follow 2 points of views and how they interact with the library and the kind of setting they're in. And it's really good. I say trying to remember the main plot without giving away spoilers.
You can't say anything pretty much. You're just going to read it and then you're going to be like, wow, that's great.
But yeah, I have to start again because I really can't remember, loosely remember where I got up to, but I was reading this like end of last year, so it's been a while.
It's been a while.
So I'm going to leave my bookmark in, and then I assume Blake will get to this at some point if he did enjoy the first one, and then he can rip me to shreds about the fact why I stopped.
I'm going to.
If anyone's interested, it was page 170. Just before chapter 21. We have
the opposite problem in this kind of scenario where if I'm like stressed out about something that's about to happen to it, I read faster to get past it. I don't just stop reading.
No, this is crazy.
Yeah. I'm also thinking, I got a couple of other things that I want to do this month. From a TBR perspective, I got to catch up on my manga.
Oh, you're behind.
I'm a little bit behind, particularly on One Piece.
Your favourite?
My fave, yeah. So I'm going to have to catch up on that. And then Chainsaw Man's just finished, and I've been waiting for it to finish to actually read the second half. So I want to do that at some point. Maybe I'll take a stab at Jujutsu Kaisen for the third time. I know it's really popular, but I can't get into it. Nobody cares about that. I like manga. And then you can't see there.
There's a
the whole top shelf of this is manga, mostly One Piece, and then also Attack on Titan, and then a few other bits and pieces. I really like manga. I got a lot of manga. Got a lot of time for manga. Got an entire One Piece sleeve. Really like manga. I also need to catch up on Kagurabachi, which also kind of went from like part 1 to a part 2, and I sort of stopped there to give it a bit of time to like put some space in so that I could read it and reread it because I really like Kagurabachi. I also have a Kagurabachi tattoo. Big fan. And then the other thing that I want to get back into maybe this month, but maybe not, is I need to reread the Stormlight Archive. Because I got to read book 5.
Same.
And so I need to reread books 1 through 4. You've read up to the end of Oathbringer.
I haven't read Oathbringer.
You've read Oathbringer.
No, I haven't.
You have read Oathbringer.
I haven't read the big ones.
No, you've read Oathbringer.
No, I really don't think I have.
You've definitely read Oathbringer. Oathbringer is my favourite novel.
It doesn't mean I've read it.
That's a good point. Well, you'll have to do that in July, I guess.
We'll have to. Well, unless you're reading over my shoulder, I'm gonna have to.
We'll see how the pacing goes.
Yeah. I think we need to finish
the Mark Lawrence stuff.
Yeah, because I bought...
Well, you're on the second one, so if you read the second and the third, but in the time that I read the first and the second, then you can start The Way of Kings.
But I've also, because I wanted to get this out of the way so I could read his new book, The Daughter of Crows, which we bought whilst buying Uprooted. And that was kind of my incentive to finish this.
I do have this point that I would like to incentivize you on, which is that in November of, I believe it was 2024, when Wind of Truth came out, you said, we need to buy this book. We need to buy Wind of Truth.
I might have said that.
In like November 2024. And so we've owned that book since November 2024, and you still haven't read the book that preceded it, and also you're claiming you haven't read the book that preceded that.
I just know how much you love Brandon, so I didn't want you to miss out.
Okay.
But no, our friend has recently just finished all of the Stormlight, and I feel bad because I suggested the series to her as she wants to talk about it, and
You've done the same thing that I did with Murderbot.
I'm a chronic
buyer of books
which
not get read. Yeah. Buyer of books which not get read.
Yes. That's honestly how I would probably have said it.
On that note, let's read some books so that we can progress.
And I'm feeling confident that I will actually stick.
Yeah, I think
to my list.
I think this seems like a reasonable list.
I just might not finish the Murderbots, but
you're going to finish the Murderbots.
I have to.
You're going to the Fugitive Telemetry. Once you get through Fugitive Telemetry, which is kind of a weird outlier, System Collapse and Platform Decay are both very good.
And I've got no I've lost words. Excuses. No excuses because it's audiobooks. I can literally just take me half a week to read them on the way to work.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be okay.
I can do it. I can finish a series without stopping halfway through.
All right. Onwards and upwards. Like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. We'll be back with reviews of most of these books.
Yeah, we will be.
Bye.
Bye.